Hey, and welcome to Trains Are Fun. In this video, we're going to be looking at my James the Red Engine that's in scale. It's made by Tomix, and the last video we just did with this, we noticed some problems with our locomotive, so I was trying to figure out how am I going to take this thing apart to fix it here. And as I've shown in the video, we did fix the front drive wheels, but this thing has all kinds of problems. You can tell it's either been dropped or broken at some point. And I went back and looked at my pictures from eBay where I bought it, and it did, in the pictures you could see the buffer was broken and that the front drive wheels were turned upside down. But they didn't really say anything in the listing specifically other than look at the pictures. But I can't really complain because the guy called it Jame, J-A-M-E, and not James, and that's how I got this thing at actually a relatively good price, even for it being broken, because these things are so hard to find. So I am pleased with it. The things that are wrong are relatively minor. A buffer being broken, yeah, that may seem major, but I could probably glue a piece of plastic. But the main problem I had was taking this front wheel off. And really what the problem was, as I went through all this, taking it apart, I ended up discovering that the little pin that holds the front wheel is too short, and it probably was broken at some point. The way it looks like it should have been longer, or should have even connected to the top of the engine, the underside of the engine, but because when I turn it over, it really doesn't connect well, and if I pick the engine up off of the track, it's probably just gonna fall off. It runs good on the track. We ran it for several minutes on the track. It never came off, but it was a pain trying to get this thing to stay on there. I didn't want to take that back screw off, because if I did, I was afraid that spring would come off, and the front coupler came off, but it reattached. So I really think that this locomotive was dropped at some point in its life. But we got it back on there where it's presentable to run around on the track. But man, did I have a hard time putting this thing back together. It was hard. So I just thought I would show you some of this footage. I wanted to film it in case that I was not able to put it back together, or if I had to go back and look at the film, how was this thing attached? Because I just envisioned in my mind this thing just totally falling into 100 pieces when I undid the screws. But I did struggle with it for a little while trying to get the front wheels to stay, but we got it, and I just wanted to give you that update, and maybe later we'll figure out, get a little piece of plastic to fix those front buffers. But just want to give you an update on my James the Red Engine. I look to seeing him more when we do more in-scale stuff, and I am looking at getting some narrow gauge track for Skarloey, and maybe some dual gauge track. That stuff is so hard to find. Very few people make it. So that's a goal I have. So thanks for watching Trains Are Fun. Be sure to subscribe. Tell me in the comments below what you think about James working now as he is in this video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.